Becca Kufrin kisses Blake in the Bahamas ahead of the hometown dates. Paul Hebert, ABC, by Lisa Bonos, July 23 at 11:30 p.m. Email the author. Yes, this season is still going. The final three men, Blake, Jason, and Garrett, traveled to Thailand with Bachelorette Becca Kufrin. Her first date is with Blake. They hike to a temple in Chiang Mai, where they're not allowed to touch or kiss. Blake has a difficult time with this challenge, but somehow they pull it off. Blake has the loyalty and enthusiasm of a puppy around Becca, and although that could be annoying, after what this woman has been through, it's mostly sweet. He is concerned that Becca has strong feelings for the other men who are left, saying things such as, "There's no way that she has this with any other guy." Oh, buddy. On the dinner portion of that date, Becca wears an elegant white dress, which could be some foreshadowing that she'll pick him. Remember, she started out this season wearing a $22,000 wedding gown on the first night. However, Becca also wears a white dress on her date with Garrett, so what could be a sign instead is a wash. Indeed, this episode Becca tells the camera she's in love with Garrett and Blake, but tells neither of them to their face. Why? Because generally the lead does not say "I love you" until the final moment, although, yes, Arai said those three little words to both Becca and Lauren. But as we've heard several times this season, and I'm sure we'll hear it again, Becca does not want to repeat Arai's mistakes. The worst moment, Jason's goodbye at the beginning of Becca's date with Jason in a Thai market. She asks Jason what he sees in his future, specifically, could he see some Thai temple-inspired stonework in front of his own house someday? And then she has to excuse herself to speak to a producer, because realizes she can't see a future with Jason. Which on some level is good, because that design choice sounds like tasteless cultural appropriation. Although Becca struggles to explain to Jason why she doesn't feel it with him as much as she does with the other guys, she is definitely not blindsiding him or doing what Arai did to her, which are both criticisms she makes of herself. Yes, it must be hard to say goodbye to someone after meeting his family, but this goodbye is nowhere near Arai territory. However, we don't quite understand why she let the contestant she's called the best kisser go home before the fantasy suite. Very confused on why the best kisser got sent home before the fantasy suite. That's dumb. Number 3 Bachelorette, Ashley Spivey, at Ashley Spivey, July 24, 2018. The best moment. How Jason handled the goodbye despite being surprised about being sent home. Jason handled it calmly in the limo. He didn't cry, he didn't blame her or himself. And when he came back a few days later to get closure, showing up at Becca's hotel room and bringing her a scrapbook about their relationship, it was an incredibly kind and gracious way to go. In that final talk, Jason tells Becca that he appreciates her honesty, even though it hurts. "I came into this rooting for your happiness, and I'll leave rooting for your happiness. I hope you find it," Jason says, setting an example for men everywhere. "Look at that, bros. You can speak to a woman about a sad ending of a relationship without getting aggro. Learn from Jason." Number 3 Bachelorette, Emma Gray, at Emmalateras, July 24, 2018. The Twitter callouts for Jason as the next Bachelor have already begun. The weirdest moment, we still don't know much about Garrett. The most notable thing about the season is what has been most notable all along, the reality TV versus reality disconnect regarding Garrett Yrigoyen, who's one of Becca's final two men. Even on their date tonight, where he finally tells Becca he loves her, we don't learn much about who he is or what he believes. In fact, more is revealed in his troubling Instagram likes than in most of his conversations with Becca. Similarly, in her date with Blake, they're at a temple and still don't discuss their relationship to religion or spirituality. The closest Becca gets is when she says there's something so old and cultural to be interacting with a monk. Huh? This is a woman with a cross tattooed on her hand. Becca has presented honesty, loyalty and a 50-50 relationship as her top wants in a partnership, but we still don't know what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Yet she's still mentioning yrigoyen every single one-on-one with these guys. Leave yrigoyen in the past, Becca, and focus on the future. Next week, we're off to the Maldives to meet Becca's family. Read more on The Bachelorette, hometown dates bring confessions of love and a wrenching goodbye. I feel pretty and confident. A straight man's adventure with makeup. No one tells you life as a 40-year-old single woman could be this good.